Good day everyone, Clok-Roo reporting. Welcome back to my playthrough of Crash Bandicoot, It's About Time. And here we are, we're going to be diving into Tranquility Falls, going for the lowest possible percentage. Oh my god. No, that's fine where it is, Just notice something in the recording. It's fine, guys, don't worry about it. As I was saying, we're going to be diving into Tranquility Falls.
So where's the next mask?
Not here. If these chuckle nuts weren't punching holes in reality, we could open our own rifts. For now, we're stuck taking the long route. But I sense another rift around here somewhere.
Friends, I have a fun little game for you to play. I've got a reward for the clever bandicoots who can reach my testing grounds. But you'll have to defeat my deadly, diabolical creations along the way.
Anyone else think I should abandon the Let's Play part of this whole thing and just do a walkthrough? I mean, how long did I have my mic on mute for that? So anyway, this is Give It a Spin, and I may as well use this opportunity to talk about Embryo in this game, because I did a bit about Engine, not really so much as in the game, but just overall as wait, I should probably take my lives. Can I? Oh yeah, I can back here. And I'll just do this over and over now, just take my lives. So, as I was saying, so yeah, Embryo in this game, I have a lot of issues with him in this game. It's mostly just a lot of continuity errors. Not so much retcon, just mistakes made by the developers. What are you looking at, Penny? I think you... Excuse me, my dog's just doing something weird. That's just like that, never mind. As I was saying, so Embryo in this game, just a lot of continuity errors that just rub me the wrong way. Specifically, why is he working for Cortex again? Didn't he turn traitor against Cortex, as established in Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back? I mean, that was kind of the whole point of him, and he didn't really team up again until, well, don't want to go that way, that's where the gem is. Until Mind of a Mutant. Unless you want to count Crash Back, but that's not really canon. But, I really don't get why he's working for Cortex in this game. Entropy, I'll give him a bit of slack to, but I don't get Cortex. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Mind you, I did mention in my last part that I have got something in the way of a Crash Band, like a comic concept written up for this game. I haven't drawn a comic, by the way, in case you were wondering. I've written a script for a comic based on this game that takes a lot more story beats, adds a lot more meat to the bones, and just makes it a better experience overall. Well, at least in my opinion, it does. What the hell? What the hell? Was I clipping against... I was! I'm clipping against that! Okay, guess I did find a glitch in this playthrough. Who would have thought that doing a minimum percentage run will lead to discovering a clipping glitch? That's not supposed to happen. As I was saying, so my comic concept for this game, for It's About Time, I mostly just take some of the story beats and then I just give a bit more flair and pizzazz to the story beats. That is what we've got. I have landed here. And with Embryo, I just do a bit more. I give him a lot more interaction with Engine. I just in general make him have more reason to be in the story and further explain why he's working with Cortex. Of course, he's not really doing that. So yeah, I just really wanted to clear up that mess of a confusion and just do a better job of it than what the developers did here. Because it just doesn't make sense why he's in this game. Not so much why he's in this game, but why he's working for Cortex in this game. He shouldn't be doing that. But unless he had an ulterior motive of his own. He technically did, but it was really lazily slapped in there that you couldn't really spot it, so... Yeah. I mean, in terms of the flashback tapes, I'll give that a free pass because, no duh, that makes sense. So, okay, there we go. Got to this one with, wow, barely anything on my part. Okay. It just really rubs me wrong how Embryo... How many times have I said that it rubs me wrong that Embryo's in this game? Okay, let's move on. Continue. I think you get the point of what I'm trying to say with Embryo. But I just wanted to add a bit more to him, and also use him, by the way, to explain something that's going to pop up in one of the later levels, so we'll save it for there. But in the meantime, we're going to move on to Dragon On, the next level in this series. Next world in Tranquility Falls, I should be saying. I don't really have a lot to say about this world, to be honest, because it's just a nothing world. I mentioned that before. Yes, hello up there, Embryo. Move it up this way. Onto Dragon On. And this one's got a bit of a notorious reputation because this level is where you get the blue gem from. And they basically repeat what you have to do in Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. The difference is that Crash Bandicoot 2, that was in the first level, which was an easy one. I mean, you could easily dodge all the crates in that level. It was designed around that. In this level, this is the same mechanic of dodging all the crates, but here's the catch. This is much later on into the game, and it's a much harder game, and it's a much harder level. What were they thinking? Okay. Let's just move on with this. Nope, don't really care, Embryo. I'm just gonna get out of here and just do the story and that. I mean, to be fair, he does add exposition to why he's here in this game with these little rambling things, but I don't really care about them, to be honest. I kind of already made my point clear about... I mean, Engine obviously makes a lot of sense, but I feel like there was just a missed opportunity with having Embryo in this game and just wasting him like this. All the other games he's been fantastic, but in this one it just feels like he's kind of there and not really for any purpose. At least in the flashback tapes, he's got very good reason to be there, and they do a good job of him in the flashback tape, but I'm not going for the flashback tapes for this run, so that's kind of a null point when you think about it. This. Okay, here we go. Glide over. Oh, I haven't done any deaths yet. I don't want to pick that up. Okay, I'm gonna... Wow, I did dodge it. Okay, I'm going to have to do my tanking of lives in the next checkpoint crate. Crate? I forgot all about that. And, come on, let me get through. Have any of you tried to get back there? Because it looks like you can get back there. You can't, obviously, but they make it sure look like you can. Alright, here we go.
Sometimes I think you're my only friend. And then I realize... No, that's right.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why. Okay, I just wanted to do that. Alright, and... Tank. Oh, I can't go that way. Can I go this way? I can't go this way. Go this way then. Alright, one more to go. It's funny that they're giving me Akano here because I believe if I go just forward... Oh, I retain him. Okay. So it must be a little later on that we lose it here. Yeah. So yeah, have it for about 2 seconds. Whoa, nearly hit that. Alright, here we go. I will say that Akano's power is a lot of fun to play around with because it's by far, I reckon it's the most fun power in the whole game, to be honest. The super spin. A lot more fun than any of the others because it's just so creative. Especially when you consider the mechanics of the game. Mechanically speaking, it's the most unique to this game. Because the other ones are just, you know, slow time, shift matter, invert gravity. Very boring stuff, really. Not really creative at all. Let's go down here and take him out. Oh, I need to be careful. I'm getting lost. Okay. Whoops. Oh, wait, no, that was just from the one crate. That's fine. Dodge that. Alright, here we go. And... Alright, we're at the end of the level anyway. And here comes the part where I talk about that other story beat I made for that comic concept I was talking about. I'll discuss it when we start the level. Alright, so there we go. Nothing. Exactly what I'm after. Moving on to the next level. Yeah. Excuse me. Can I just mention, by the way, while we're here, one thing I do like about this game is how they do all these load screens. It's different depending on the world you're in, with the shattered fragments in the different areas of the world based on the world itself. That is really damn good. So here we go. Off balance. Tons of leeway in this level. Like, a ton of it. There's a lot of leeway when it comes to 1%. I can probably just smash through a bunch of crates and still get under 40%. Actually, now that I mentioned that, I should point this out. I once actually got all the crates and still didn't get the 80% mark for 1%. That was on an actual attempt at the level as well. So, yeah, I guess you could say I goofed up there at some point. But it goes to show that just because you break all the crates, it doesn't mean you get all of the 1% in the level. Because sometimes it just needs to be, what's the word I'm looking for? You need to be absolutely perfect when you're doing it. So that just goes to show you what you need to know. Alright, so here we go. So what does this level have to do with the comic story concept I was talking about? Nah, no thanks. I'm just gonna block this. Oh. See that? And pop! A bumper berry makes me dizzy. So, yeah, that's actually something I played around with in the story, because I thought this was a unique concept to include. Probably controversial, since it would classify as drug use, but in that comic concept, I set it so that basically the bumper berries make you have hallucinate all the different concepts. So I hallucinated the idea of like the drowning of the world drowning around you, the world looking very different through the different eyes of the different filter styles. I even made up my own one of the world looking like it was on fire and it was just all gonna burn to the ground. I just wanted to make the bumper berries have a bit more story because oh wait, that's gonna break that one anyway. Whoops. I got plenty of work to get through this. Okay. So, yeah, the bumper berries, obviously, in this game, don't do anything, but I gave them a little bit of story impact, in my comic concept. Because I thought it would just be a nice, fun idea just to make them have some sort of relevance. And that would make sense why they would be hallucinogenic in property if they're in a, if they only appear in levels where they just, you know, cause weird, visual effects. Okay. And while we're on the subject of inverted mode, by the way, I'm going to use this to make a quick rant about something about this game that I don't like, okay? One of the big gripes I have about this game, I nearly forgot about that. Oh god, I've done it again. No, I'm not making that music reference, okay? No, remember, I don't care. Okay, let's just tank now. Damn, there goes the Aku crates. Damn it! As I was trying to say before... what the crap was I saying? What the crap was I saying? Oh, right. Okay. So, with the, one thing about this game, with inverted mode, is it's just mirror mode is all it is. They barely even do anything with the levels. Which really, I just don't like how that works, okay? They had a perfect opportunity to do that better with, they did the, remixing of the levels with the timeline levels. But I don't think that was a smart play because you're making the player play for the level once. And then you're making them play through the level again, just slightly different. Not different enough to count, I'm afraid. It's... I mean, if it looks like a duck and it quacks, it's still a duck, okay? That's just how life works. Toys of World, it doesn't make anything different. What they should have done is had the levels be remixed so that they didn't, you know, so that they didn't look the same, so that they actually appeared different, okay? In inverted mode. By which I mean, that was where they should have done the crate replacements. Not in the main... Not the main game. Not in the timeline levels. The timeline levels, in my opinion, they should have had us play as the character and then just cut it off there when we got to the cut to the... what would have been the transition point. If levels would have been short, but they would have been a lot more manageable. And there's supposed to be bite-sized portions of the game anyway, so why even bother having an extension of the level to do the rest of it? Especially when some of them was so early on that it just made the level excruciating to go through. I'm sure any of us that remember the dinosaur one with Dingo Dial, that was just pointless. Why the hell did you make us play through that slog of a portion, only to make us go through the rest of the level again, just with different crate placements? If you pass a turd, it's still a turd. Yeah, I didn't really like that world, to be honest. And I'm usually a dinosaur fan. There is one bright spark in that world, I will say. It's gonna be controversial, but I'm gonna say it now in advance. Personally, I really enjoyed Cortex's gameplay in this game, so that level, the, whatever it was called, I can't remember what it was called, that was actually a really fun level in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. Okay. But while we're on such a different character gameplay styles, I'm gonna use this as a case to make another thing I would have changed about this game, especially with inverted mode. Wherever possible and wherever would have seemed like the most fun, why didn't they change up the characters you played as in inverted mode? Like, for instance, you know that level I did before, Hook, Line, and Sinker, I did as Torna? Why didn't they remix that to be a version you play again later when you unlock Cortex? I mean, it would have been a lot more interesting, I reckon, and just would have been a hell of a lot of fun. In concept, it's a good idea, really, when you think about it, because you're rebranding the levels for a different character, which just changes the dynamic of the base level itself. You still got the core design, you just mirrored it, which is what the current version of the game is, but why not replace where the crates are and make us play as a different character? That would have been so much better than just, you know, adding a fancy filter. Funny that I went from talking about the bumper berries to the fancy filter to griping about the game. Anyway, here we go. Boss time.
Oh, good! You've arrived! And now for your reward!
And it's a rehash, more or less, of your fight from the first game, which is not really interesting, to be honest. I mean, this is probably the only unique part of it, that these do what? That these things do that. Beyond that, it's just the fight from the first game, just slightly different, which is not really interesting at all. I mean, not even Bowser had this many recycled rehashes of his main fight from the first Mario Bros. Game. That was Super Mario Bros. Game, I should be saying, because Mario Bros. Was a different game entirely. Ah, the introduction of the inverted mechanic, which there's buckles and none in this level. I mean, if it was the water filter, I'd understand, especially if they kept everyone running at the same pace, because that would have just made things really frustrating.
Why don't people take me seriously?
Just recycle that quote from Mind of a Mutant, do ya? Yeah, good job, Toys and Bob. Good job. Just recycle content thinking it'll classify. Okay. Just avoid him for the time being until the Akano shows up. Until the Akano? That doesn't make sense. And then you just do this. Yeah, this fight, they took a good fight from a simple game, and then just made a lazy remake of it that's just sort of there. And then when you give you Akano, you basically cheese it out completely. Do that, and... Alright, here we go. And then the filter comes back, and it's not even a different one. It's the same one from before, and it does nothing. So why bother again? And here we go. Too easy. And too boring.
And now, for my final test. Taste my reptilian wrath.
My cloaca.
No.
Let's get out of here.
What the hell was that joke all about? Honestly, I didn't get any of that what just happened there. That was just... there? Yeah, this world just goes right over my head, to be honest, as you can tell. Just sort of go through the motions. And now we're going to unlock inverted mode for all the levels. Which won't matter to me, because I'm not doing any of them. So as soon as we get this over with, blah, 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 blah. Let's just move on to the world I'm really here for. Because up next is my favorite level in the game. Immediately followed by my biggest, even bigger gripe with this game. So, yeah, I'm going to go from really enjoying this game... Oh, Skin Unlock. That's a forced one, obviously. So, yeah, I'm going to go from really enjoying this game in one moment to not really enjoying it a lot. But we'll talk about that next time. Until then, guys, I'm the Primordial Clok-Roo, signing off.